Hello everyone, my name is Nathan and today it's time for another episode of Kenshi. In between the episodes I managed to do an import, but before I did that I had to convert all of the fogmen to my cause and I successfully did that. You can now see we have generic gardener 1 through 9. At the moment they are helping our senior farmers in order to gain some farming skills, and we can see we're already a third of the way we want to be before they can take over the entire farming business. Another thing that I did is I added another house here and moved all of the cooking stuff. I actually disabled all of the cooking inside of this building because I wanted it to be closer to the actual farms. Now you can see people are actually going in here and storing everything. So we have the cacti, we have a lot of green fruit, not so much rice wheat or wheat straw. But essentially Bounty and Alec are now cooking in here. They are first of all taking care of the grain silo before they do the bread. So we now should have more bread cooking and therefore also more bread in this basket, which is perfect. Because I did set up a couple more recipes. In the first cooking stove we are now cooking Dust Witch. It's a combination of bread and cacti and it's actually pretty good. If we don't have any bread, we're gonna move on to rice wheat and green fruit. Now, actually, I totally forgot to set the output here again. We wanted to do the Gohan, and of course we want to do this on a repeat queue. The same thing here. In here we're simply cooking water and cacti in order to get chew sticks on repeat. Next up we have the simple cooked vegetables. And last but not least, in the last oven we are doing the dried meat. What I actually would like to do is narrow down the jobs for my workers. At the moment my workers are doing pretty much a lot. I mean, if we have a look at Juan, for instance, he's doing, pretty much everything, including engineer sometimes, and he also has to train up. That just doesn't make sense. We are now enough people in order to actually get enough workers in. I already relocated Jazz and Mohammed, which were in the Turret Boy group. They're now gonna join the workers, while I have only skeletons in the Turret Boys group. So they will never have to eat. If they are stuck in combat, it doesn't matter. I also added a couple more sitting boxes here just to see how this turns out, but it's just random who sits there, except you allocate them. It just doesn't really add up. That's what I'm talking about. Since we now are cooking near the farms, actually the focus is on the food. All of the stuff is being brought here, and only if we have excess food then the biofuel is being made, and the alcohol only in the very end. My animals still have a little bit of food, so we have time to balance the situation. I think I added yet another field, this one here. So one more rice wheat farm. Because of a recommendation, I now started making a couple of planks, and I want to test these planks out for my tanks. So for instance, Marco, etc. Actually, go ahead and grab this plank. And that means we're probably going to get rid of the paladin crosses. I mean, some of the early ones I made are pretty bad. We can do better. Hudson is actually aimless. Let's give him a job. I'm gonna need a couple more planks actually for my turret boys. There we go. Plank Mark II. Let's build another 5. Some of my farmers might join the adventurers, but most of them will go to the workers section, and I want to give them very easy jobs. They will have many idle phases, and I'm totally okay with that because we have so many people. All I want is the jobs to be done as quickly as possible, rather than the people being busy all the time. Let's start with Riz. At the moment he is making alcohol, right? Is one person enough to do that? Let me see. He's actually doing a pretty good job. Everything is full here except the sake, but that doesn't surprise me. So for now it's just gonna be him doing the alcohol. Aurora at the moment is doing the workbench, the looms. She's helping with the biofuel, and then she's also doing corpses. I don't think you need to do that. This seems manageable. The workbench, 2 looms and 3 biofuel distilleries. I think I'm happy with Aurora's job distribution. Bounty and Alec I already took care of. These are my cooks. Then Hudson is doing all of the freaking crafting. He could really use some help, but Snow is actually helping, thinking of it. What's Snow's skill at the moment? Snow can do good armor smithing, but he does need some training in crossbow and weaponsmithing. So maybe let's give that to him. You should be training this crossbow smithing, and you should also be training the weaponsmithing. I'm going to put this approximately here beneath the workbenches, and then we are going to delete the fabric. Aurora is already taking care of that. He's also doing the armor already. He's helping out with that, and the rest is normal training. Hudson has all of the workbenches, and I wonder if I could get rid of hauling 2 stuff here. Like, I don't really want that. Also, Hudson, I don't really want you to be a medic, but you should do some training if you have the time. Good. Next up are Juan, Madara, and Do Not Diddle Kids. They are primarily taking care of these 4 machines, or 5 in our case. Maybe we can get rid of everything that is hauling 2. Zero can take care of that. So no hauling, but you're gonna be operating the machine. Also don't do engineering. Yeah, so now they should only be taking care of the machines, and Zero right here is actually collecting the goods. I'm gonna do the same thing with Madara and Do Not Diddle Kids. Unfortunately, I have to remove them separately. Next up, Omar is actually also helping out here. I had no idea I had 4 people for this. Is this really necessary? Well, I guess that's actually fine. He's also doing it in a different order from the looks of it, so maybe that is not a bad idea. Now everyone is gathered around the stone mine, so for Do Not Diddle Kids we could put that a little bit down, and then maybe Madara also put that down here. And now everyone has a different first priority. We are under attack at the moment. Let's see how bad it is. It is a couple of, well, starving bandits. Next up we have Dave and Goose Connell. These guys are at the moment doing the mining, right? I don't want you to do the generators anymore. That is a bad idea. We're gonna have a separate role for that. Dave, what I want you to do is work on the copper ore drill, and if you cannot do that, then you should hold to, let me see, yeah, to the copper storage. And if you can't do that, then you should be doing some training. Goose Connell on the other side is doing the normal ore drill. I don't want you to do engineering, and you should also be hauling stuff, which you are not at the moment. You should be hauling it to the raw iron, and you can see this is quite necessary. The copper ore drill I actually want to disable. You should only be taking care of the iron. Interestingly enough, Riz is helping. I did not anticipate that. You should not be doing the ore drill. You should only be doing the alcohol, and after that you should be doing some training, I guess. So now we have 2 more guys, and I would say Yas, for instance, he could become, well, his laboring skill is only 17, but it's gonna improve a lot. So he's gonna be operating the iron drill and then the copper drill, whatever we need, but iron has priority. And so we will be able to mine this at full efficiency, which is necessary. Mohammed on the other side, he's still wearing his former gear. I guess he will have to give it to someone else soon. But I want him to take care of my generators here, so I'm just gonna add all of the generators, even though I don't really think it's necessary, but let's also make him haul stuff to the fuel storage. And if he's got nothing else to do, he's gonna be taking care of the biofuel as a little backup for Aurora. And that should basically be it. Now let's see, turret boys, you're all gonna need, oh, paladin's crosses. We're gonna need so many more planks. We have 3 more planks here. So Ikas, maybe you can re-equip. Then Kai, you should also do me the favor, and Mr. Friesel. The other ones I did not equip just yet, so you can all go straight to this chest, I guess, and get whatever equipment you can. Mech, what do you get? You cannot wear boots, but you just get a leg plate and an armor piece then. Ikas is collecting his plank. You go back to your job. Mech, wait, you need a plank too. Mr. Friesel, your plank. Kai, you get the last plank for the time being, and then we should have some more armor for Jäger, Sugondis, Miss Sleepy, and Penacito. Mohammed, you poor bastard, you need to trade with someone. Let's see, the gate guards, they are actually all equipped. Let's trade with the turret boys. Sugondis, you get specialist grade stuff. I hope you're happy with that. Mohammed, you have to give away your really good stuff here. I guess we just need a normal leather shirt for you, but you can have a dust coat, that's for sure. Let's craft a couple of samurai cloth pants, and then I guess a leather hive vest is gonna do the trick. I'm gonna make like 3 of those as well. Since yesterday, you've actually given me a couple of ideas where to set up. One of the ideas I think might have been this plateau. It's in the fog territory, but you know, it's on the top, so you will not actually be directly inside of the fog. A little bit of time has passed. I want to check out, well, bread. Bread is going up, that is good. And we have some food here. I guess everyone who was hungry actually ate something. Right here we still have a little bit of food, and if I'm not mistaken, Beastie has a tiny amount of food. I also found some more lanterns here. That is going to be really helpful for my workers. Alright, I think I'm gonna go on a little tour with Nathan and Beastie, grab some food, and also check out the plateau. So all we want to do is probably go along the villages here. Yeah, let's visit these 2 villages and then go straight into the fog territory over Mongrel and then check out the plateau. That is the plan. Oh dear lord, we're already on the... God darn it, I hate it. I just don't have the patience for this today. Beastie. Calm down, Nathan. Beastie, you fucking idiot! Well, I suppose Beastie is not gonna be much of a help after this. Now, let me just recover a little bit and think about this. Alright guys, I am back with Nathan and Beastie. We made it all the way to the plateau. I bought a whole bunch of food, so we should be good on that end. There is a bandit raid on the loose. However, I first of all want to prospect with you right here in order to check out what we can find. This area is actually amazing. There's just one downside that is going to prevent me to actually build my base here, but fertility, incredible. Stone is good, there are copper and iron resources, we don't really have to rely on these numbers. The actual nodes are the important thing. There's for instance 120% iron vein. The water is no problem at all, we just build more automatic wells and then we have the same amount of water. In this area we could farm cacti at 75% yield rate, we could do hemp at 100%, we couldn't do rice wheat because we need like a wet environment for that. However, vegetables 70%, that is pretty good, and wheat we also have 100% or even more it seems. So this area is really good, however, it's just not enough building space. I don't think I will be able to build an orderly settlement with approximately 200 people or so. I'm not sure at which point we have to stop, maybe 200 people is something the game cannot handle. And of course we would utilize all of this, you know, build the wall somewhere like there, but it's not perfect, it's not the perfect spot. I would be happy with the crop yield though. We can make the sake, but who cares? Then I don't have to say that word anymore. But then again, I'm really tempted maybe to at least build an outpost here. I mean, we don't have to make this our main base, right? We have a much better yield than in our current base. You know, it's just so cool with the natural walls. There are not many ways the enemies can come from. The location is also not necessarily better. I think we're a little bit more central here. I mean, right here would actually be cool, just to be in the center of the entire map. Yeah guys, I think our search will continue, but this is a very good candidate. If I don't find anything better, I'm probably gonna settle for this location and just make the best out of the terrain. Good. Nathan and Beastie, you need to get back with all of your food. And at base, we should be seeing some bandits soon. Maybe let's close the gate. Should we? Let's just leave it open for now. A little bit of combat training cannot hurt. There we go. It's actually the Black Dragon Ninjas. I now know where they live. They're gonna suffer my revenge. Whoa, whoa, whoa! Hold the phone. I did not even see them coming. I was watching over there for some reason. No! Let's grab everyone who's training at the moment and we're gonna attack all. See what that does. So maybe the next time I should still close my gates. I thought my turret boys are gonna do a better job. Mickey? Aren't you scared? They're going for my food. Maybe Mickey can pick some up here. No backpack though. This means we're gonna have to loot them though. Bully, maybe you are close enough. Yes, we're snatching all the food away. That is the perfect moment to run away, Mickey. Now they're going for my other food supplies. I just hate this. Yeah, we're gonna do this with doors closed the next time. Oh, actually we only have a little bit of bread and now we have no bread. Okay, Bounty, Alec. This is so miserable. Packy, come on. Yeah, there we go. Packy, clean up a little bit. That's what I'm talking about. Now we have to loot everyone in order to get our food back. Okay, well, at least I guess everyone is getting a little bit of training, including our workers. That cannot hurt. We shouldn't be losing anyone, right? At least I hope so. Though my gardeners, they could run into issues because they are very weak and not protected at the moment. Okay, good. The battle is over. We are slowly but surely healing up. Knight, can you start looting? Who's got my freaking bread? There we go, you bastard. Beastie got stuck on this rock in the middle of the Fogland territory. Okay, well, we survived the attack, but it was devastating, I have to say. We're gonna have to recover for a little while. Thankfully, my people are now smart enough to go to bed by themselves. Burn, baby, burn. Well done, knight. One more thing that actually slightly annoys me is that my tanks do jobs that I don't want, like the find corpses job. Always gets in my way when we're on the road. Find and rescue, I like that. I would like to introduce that for all of my tanks. Armitage is also gonna be a medic and robotics guy. So it's only Fireheart at the moment that doesn't have the rescue job. Maybe we can give it to him, like clicking medic? No, rescue I meant to click. But then all of the turret boys should have the corpse furnace job and the remove intruder job. So like all of you guys, you should also find corpses, but then also remove intruder. Did that work? Yes, perfect. Oh, Nathan is actually already back. What about the Beastie? Where the heck are you? Still on the road, but our trusty base already in sight. A couple of fish for my animals and the rest I'm gonna put into this barrel here. There are tons of dying ninjas. It's probably not helping the appetite. But there we go. Once again, we have a little bit of a food backup. My Fogman farmers are still only around level 30. It's a bit disappointing. Before I leave them alone, I want to get them to above 50 at least. But once that happens, we have potentially 8 new guys that we can distribute. So we can make everything more efficient, basically. Well, efficient is maybe a bad word. We can make it faster, not more efficient. Ooh, intriguing. We have some kind of a random group going on here. Let's maybe close the door, just to be sure. Yeah, holy cow. It's a band of bones. Are they for us even? Oh, they're actually coming for us, the Shek Challengers. Well, I accept your challenge. It's really curious to me that they don't really do the Dust Witch at the moment. I mean, they should be doing that, right? Because Bounty is operating the first cooking stove first. Bounty, can you pick up some bread maybe? Don't bring it back. I want you to actually put that in here. Yeah, all the bread. Okay, now Alec is cooking it, but I'm not sure why they are not doing it by themselves. Let me remove the hauling to bread basket thingy-majob from Bounty and Alec. I think that might get in the way. Oh, for once we have a nice group here with a trader, so I'm definitely gonna open the door for them. Nathan, quickly talk to these guys before it's too late. I actually take that, and the Gohan. Holy cow. But you gotta go now. Please go. Go away. And we are gonna close the door. Oh, please go away. You're gonna be caught in the crossfire. There we go. Okay, it has started. And they are actually attacking the gate. So it's time for my guys to move to the gate. Oh, yeah, this definitely feels a lot better. Now we can actually prepare ourselves here. Don't run away. It's not over yet. What's happening? Oh, actually the caravan is chipping in. Let's open the gate and I guess finish off the rest. Dr. Tasty actually became unconscious, but Alex is saving him. Good job. Okay, this tactic actually seemed to have worked. They just, whenever they took the bread, they brought it back into the basket instead of bringing it to this machine. It makes sense. I now gave this job to Zero, so she is hauling the bread from the oven to the basket. And therefore we will be getting valuable food, this Dust Witch stuff. Let me actually show you that. We should have some here now. This gives 70 nutrition. 70! Incredible. It's almost as good as the food cube. One more thing I actually would like to change when building a new base is to make everything smaller and more compact so we don't have to walk quite as far. It was useful because everyone is basically training up their athletics. This would actually be a reason to consider the plateau after all. I need more ideas, more sites to scout. Let me know your best locations that you found or know about. Since we're doing everything for the workers at the moment, I would say it's also time everyone gets a lantern. Beastie has the lantern, so let's actually trade with Beastie here. Riz, congratulations, you're never gonna have to work in the darkness again. I'm gonna do this for the rest of the workers until we have no more lanterns. Oh, Snow actually has a little bit of a problem. I guess you can also give Beastie all of your stuff. He probably couldn't really work anymore because of that. But this is good stuff to sell. I take it. There we go. Madara is the last person to receive a lantern for the time being until new ones have spawned in the shop. maybe by now we can take away one of the official farmers or the previous farmers. Let me see. All of them have a really good skill. Let me take away Mercer as our first guy. So you're no more gonna take care of the farms, but I want you to actually help out with the alcohol probably, or maybe the biofuel. I have to think about it. Yeah, Mohammed at the moment is doing the biofuel distilleries all by himself, so I think Mercer can help there. Now, another thing that bothers me about my farmers is, of course, the hauling 2 of storages we don't have anymore, but essentially all of the hauling 2s. I think they do that automatically, I'm not sure, but we need to test it. We're also gonna remove all of the well stuff actually and give that task to 0. Alright, that took me longer than I care to admit. Let's also add the wells to 0's task list. Especially the dust witches. I just love them, and cacti, we have like a lot of them. Also green fruit, check this out, 250. I think we need another cook. So who do I want to be the cook? Maybe somebody who's already got a little experience? Nobody. Let's maybe do Karma with a good laboring skill already. So how did I set this up? I wanted... Well, first of all, let's remove all the jobs. You're gonna do the grain silo first. Then you're gonna do the bread oven, and then you're gonna, let me think. Yeah, hauling to bread oven, that's essentially all you have to do. And then you're gonna take care of the cooking ovens. There we go. Let's also move you up here, and I guess you need to go, let's add you there. Maybe I should give different outfits for different roles. But now we have 3 cooks, and hopefully we will be able to also use up the cooked veggies. Well, looking at this situation now, we might actually use 4 cooks. So Kevin, Andri, Rolbega, Grandfriend, Sane, and Connor. Who of you still wants to be a cook? Let me know in the comments. If there are no takers, I'm just gonna choose randomly. But yeah, guys, I think I'm pretty happy with my reorganization. In between the episodes, I do want to find a spot for the best base ever. And then we're probably gonna take ourselves the sweet time to build it up properly before we move too much. But I guess with that out of the way, thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Have a great time, and hopefully I'm gonna catch you in the next episode. Bye bye.